In this video, we're going to build a reusable Python function to make non-authenticated requests to the Binance Futures API. We'll follow the official Binance documentation and implement everything step by step. The objective of this video is to create a function that you can use multiple times to create non-authenticated requests to Binance Futures ETH. It is very useful because it allows you to get all exchange info, order book, import candles, and much more that we will see on future videos. To build our function, we must have the base URL, the endpoint, parameters, and method. This function will always return a dict as its response. This is the base for the URL we are building. We also need to import the modules to make this work. Now, it is time to define our function and dive deep into it. Its parameters are our endpoint, the required and optional parameters, and the method. Before moving into our function, we should understand the way the URL must be. At first, this is the base URL. It's the default part for all USDM market. Then you have the HTTP request, also known as the endpoint. And each request has its own parameters that can be mandatory and/or optional. Now we shall continue working on our function. Let's write a simple docstring so the function can be more understandable. It is time to put the mandatory and optional parameters together into one variable. Now that we have everything, we can make string operations to build the URL, and then insert the parameters into it. The method can be get, post, put, delete, and according to what is in the documentation, the method will follow its way over the if statements to generate the response that we want. The last part of our function is the error handling and respective return. If there are no errors on the request, the response will be a dict. The other end, if the request gets an error, the response will be an empty dict. If anything fails, the response will be a success. And then, if there is any failure, the system cannot simply stop because of it. So, we get a print of the error number and the message associated to it. Now that the function is built, it is time to test it with a simple example. The chosen example is to get the server time. On future videos, there will be more examples of requests using non-authenticated function. Let's go to the Binance documentation. Here we can check what this part is about. This is our method and our endpoint. We must copy the values from the documentation into variables to be easier. Our requests consumes one value of API resource. For this example, there are no parameters to insert. In here, there's the kind of answer that the API will give to us. We will define mandatory and optional parameters as empty dicts. To be easier, we will store our response into one variable so we can print it. Let's get the result and check if it's working. Perfect. Everything is working. On future videos, we will deal with multiple examples using this function.